Closely Watched Trains is a screenplay written by Jiří Menzel, a Czech writer and director, in 1966. It belongs to the New Wave movement in Czechoslovakian literature and film, characterized by its dark humor, surreal dialogue, and events. Set during World War II in Czechoslovakia, the story revolves around Miloš Hrma, a young man working at a train station under German occupation. Through a lens of absurdity, the screenplay portrays Milo's coming-of-age journey and his rebellion against social norms in the Nazi occupiers. Adapted from Bohumil Hrabal's 1965 novel Sledované vlaky, the screenplay begins with Miloš taking up a new job as a railway station guard. Coming from a family known for avoiding work, he is torn about his role amidst the tightening grip of the Nazi occupation. Despite his ambivalence, Miloš enjoys the superficial significance of wearing a uniform and eagerly seeks ways to evade actual work. His boss, a self-absorbed supervisor and pigeon breeder, adds to the eccentricity of the station. While his wife is compassionate, he harbors resentment towards Hrba, an employee who effortlessly charms women. Within this backdrop, Miloš develops a crush on Máša, another conductor. Hrba becomes suspicious and investigates, discovering that Miloš has never had a romantic relationship. Despite the atrocities happening in Czechoslovakia and beyond, life at the railway station seems unaffected. However, peace is disrupted when Zedníček, a Czech councillor aligned with the Nazis, arrives at the station with the intention of recruiting the staff to support Hitler. As the story progresses, Miloš and Máša attempt a sexual encounter, but it humorously goes awry when Miloš prematurely ejaculates. The screenplay continues to explore the complex dynamics between the characters, intertwining their personal lives with the historical context of wartime Czechoslovakia. Closely Watched Trains presents a unique blend of dark humor, surrealism, and rebellion against oppressive forces, offering a thought-provoking portrayal of a young man's journey in challenging circumstances. The next day, overwhelmed by shame and humiliation, Miloš attempts to take his own life, but is fortunately saved by a passerby. Seeking help, he consults a doctor who advises him to seek out a more experienced sexual partner. The doctor teaches Miloš techniques to prevent premature ejaculation by diverting his thoughts during the act. Meanwhile, Hrba develops an interest in Zdeňka, the woman in charge of the telegraphs. In a mischievous act, he playfully stabs her buttocks with the telegraph office's rubber stamp. When Zdeňka returns home and her mother sees the marks, she becomes furious and reports the incident to Hrba's boss, accusing Zdeňka's co-workers of vulgarity. The event escalates into a public scandal, thwarting the stationmaster's chances of receiving a well-deserved promotion. In the midst of these personal entanglements, the Nazis and their allies grow increasingly concerned as their trains face frequent attacks. Victoria Freya, a renowned resistance member and former circus performer, sends a bomb to Hrba and enlists his help in using it to destroy a train carrying Nazi ammunition. In exchange, Hrba requests Victoria's assistance in helping Miloš overcome his issue of premature ejaculation. The following day, as the ammunition train approaches the station, Zedníček interrupts Hrba with a pointless disciplinary meeting related to the branding incident. Stepping into a moment of heroism, Miloš takes it upon himself to destroy the train, empowered by his newfound sexual awakening guided by Victoria. He drops the bomb from a railway signaling apparatus suspended high above the tracks. Simultaneously, a man operating a machine gun fires at Miloš, tragically killing him instantly. His lifeless body plummets from the gantry and lands on the train. At the same moment, Zedníček concludes his disciplinary meeting by delivering a demeaning insult, referring to the Czech people as laughing hyenas who disregard order and leadership, a phrase reminiscent of a real insult used by Nazi officer Reinhard Heydrich during World War II. Instantly, karmic justice unfolds as a series of explosions engulfs the train, annihilating both the occupants and the Nazis' ammunition supply. Hrba and the rest of the station employees burst into laughter, reveling in the destruction inflicted upon the Nazi occupation. In solitude, Máša retrieves Miloš's cap, miraculously spared by the train's blast, and mourns his untimely demise. Closely Watched Train stands as a stark contrast to fatalistic narratives, defying the notion that characters' actions inevitably result in predetermined moral or existential outcomes. Instead, it highlights the unpredictable nature of their choices and their profound impact on the course of events. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.